What's good, everybody? This is Derek Owens Jr. with the Central Ohio High School Showcase. This is a very special COHSS. With me today, I have three of the top players in all of Ohio, right here from Central Ohio, all three District Players of the Year in Division III, Division II, and Division I. With me, I have Des Watson of DeSales, Tasos Cook of Westerville Central, and DJ Moore of Worthington Christian, all headed to the state Final Four, respectively. These are some of the top players again in the state. College signees, one undecided. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we get into the interview today. So this is just special for me to have three players who achieve what they've achieved this year and take their teams to the state Final Four. It's just something that you usually don't see. You might have a great player that has a great season, but the team is middling, or in a situation where the expectation of the player doesn't allow them to reach their ultimate goals. But these three young men right here, they have excelled and overachieved for their schools and their team and their coaches. So let's get to the men themselves. I want to start with Des. Des, just congratulations, man, the Division II District Player of the Year. And I just want to ask you, man, what does it mean to you to win that award?
It's just a blessing to have, especially winning 2 times back to back. It means everything. It's just all the hard work that I put in the off season that people didn't see, and some that did see to pay off.
It means a lot for sure. I got to give all the credit to my teammates and my coaching staff for helping me out get to this point. I was in the summer during quarantine training all through them months with my friends and my trainer Jason Dawson, just getting me right, making sure I was ready for the season. And they touched on all my weaknesses and helped me improve, and that got me to where I'm at today.
Just very thankful for my teammates and my coaches. They really have pushed me. And without them, this wouldn't have been possible. The season wouldn't have been possible. Having this good of a season is just a testament to what they've done for me. Training too, Jason Dawson, like he said, worked out all summer, preseason, early morning. So a lot of stuff that they don't see, people don't see. Just very thankful for that, and it really has helped this whole season.
All right, so I want to ask you about what you see as far as, you see the next level, you see college, you see the NBA, and, LeBron, Dame, and Luka. Who are your favorite players, or who is your favorite player?
I mean, my favorite player is LeBron. He's just dominant everywhere on the court, so that's my favorite player.
Ever?
I don't know.
MJ?
Yeah, it's probably between him and MJ. I got him neck and neck.
I got him neck and neck, man. You know what I mean? LeBron, and I appreciate what LeBron does off the court, man. And I feel like, you should be able to get extra credit when you do good things. You know what I mean? So I rock with LeBron heavy. Tasos, who's your favorite player?
I'm a big LeBron fan, like Dad said. LeBron and MJ both neck and neck. I don't know. I think I'm taking LeBron over MJ. Honestly, I don't know. Just seeing what LeBron has done. But if I really got to talk about my favorite player, I would say Colin Sexton. I've just been watching him since he was in high school. I always looked up to him, and I love his mentality and the way he plays the game. So I try to play my game like how he does. But that's my favorite player.
If we're talking about the LeBron and MJ, I'll probably go LeBron. He's just really dominant. He's dominant in everything he does. So but if we're talking about a player that I'm watching, or one of the players that I like to watch, Kyrie, because he gets on his spots on the floor wherever he wants to go because of how he can handle the ball. He can come off screens. He can do whatever he really wants to. So Kyrie, that's what I would say. I'm not saying I'm out of my game around him, but he's a solid player.
All right, personally, you guys talked about your off season and just some of the improvements that you made. When winning Player of the Year, it shows not only that you've done it offensively. I got some numbers in here for you guys, but all you guys basically over 20-point scores a game. Defensively, you had a great play where defense started a steal, and then one of the great shots that we've seen all year. And we'll talk about that too. But what is your biggest strength?
I think my biggest strength is outside of basketball. I think it's leadership is my biggest strength. getting people where they need to be, putting people in the right position to score and to win. I would say that's my biggest strength. And then with basketball, I feel like my biggest strength is creating for others and then scoring.
The great Antonio Daniels went to DeSales, went to Bowling Green, the third pick overall in the NBA draft. I believe he calls games for the Pelicans, so he gets to see Zion close up every day. So that's pretty cool. But big shout out to Antonio Daniels. He's one of the greats. And so you have etched your name in a very historic high school when it comes to being one of the great players there.
I would say outside of basketball, I have to say the same thing as Dez, leadership for sure. When it comes to my role on the team, I know my coaches count on me to lead the team, communicate with them, get everybody in their positions, just get us right and prepare for games. And then on the basketball side of that, I would definitely say scoring and finishing through contact. I've definitely been able to build that strength with my trainer and working out through the off season, just building my strength and be able to control my body and have body control when finishing. So that's probably my strength.
I say to people when we have these conversations, Tasos definitely has Power 5 athletic ability. You have displayed that all year for sure. No question. DJ.
So for me, off the court, saying probably getting everybody involved, being, like they said, kind of a leadership role is a big part. Playing varsity all 3 years so far, and being a point guard, having to get everybody involved on and off the court, making sure all of our teammates have chemistry, just making sure everybody's, I wouldn't say buddy-buddy, but everybody's close. So that's something that we worked on a lot this season. But on the court, I would say finishing, getting to the basket, beating people off the dribble and kick out pass. I love passing the ball. So dimes and assists, just love doing that.
It was a big weekend, man. You know what I mean? All three your teams winning regional titles, getting a chance to advance to the state, man. Just talk about what that feeling was like. Tasso, we'll get to you last, man, because yours was historic in its nature.
That feeling was something special, something that I won't ever forget. You know, I feel like we had the opportunity to do that last year. I feel like we would have been in the same spot that we are in now. I feel like it took long enough, finally, senior year, to get this regional and go to states. So, like I said earlier, it's just a blessing. We're happy for it, and we're just ready to go on the stage.
Yeah, it means a lot for the team. We've been putting so much work in for the past 3 years. Like, we've had basically the same group for the past 3 years. So it's like everybody's been moving up, and we've been getting older, getting more solid. Teams coming together. So I think right now, it just means a lot. Just atones for all the stuff that we've been putting in off season, in season, all the practices. So I think it just means a lot for the team.
Tasos, man, what was that feeling like? And for those who don't, I'm sure everybody's seen it. The whole world has seen it. I haven't seen it on ESPN yet, but I'm waiting on that. In my opinion, I feel that the shot you hit was the biggest shot ever in Central Ohio playoff basketball. I mean, when you look at what happened in the 3 games, a 1-point victory for Gahanna in the first game, a 1-point victory for Westerville Central in the second game, a buzzer beater, even though they didn't win a game, by Tasos in the first game. Sean Jones with a buzzer beater in the second game that they lost by a point, Gahanna did. And then those 2 players, Sean Jones and Tasos, hitting the last 2 shots of the game, the game of the year, no question, to send Westerville Central to the state Final Four. The 65-foot floater. Talk about it.
It was definitely something special. It was a crazy feeling. I know besides the shot, I get to that, but just winning that regional game was something big for our school. It was real special for my coach and my teammates, of course. We've been through a lot starting my sophomore year and moving up. I know our season last year got cut off when we won the district for the first time in school history. Our regional run was cut off due to COVID. So, I mean, being able to win the regional this year was something real special for us. It was something real big. It meant a lot to us and to the program for sure. The shot, it was crazy. Emotions was all over the place. Like I said, my teammates trusted me with the ball. They trusted me to take the shot. And for me to execute that, I mean, it meant a lot. It worked. The play that my coach wrote up, it worked. But at the end of the day, we won the regional, and that's all that matters. So.
Did you black out when the ball went through the rim?
I don't even know what happened. I just know I made it, and then everybody was on the court. So, I mean, I guess so, maybe a little bit.
It just means a lot, winning this regional. We haven't won a regional in, I think, 10 years, something like that. We've been 0-4 in the last regional semis for the last 4 times. So just getting to this game, getting to the Final Four means a lot for the school. It means a lot for our community of the school. So everybody's invested, everybody's involved. So it's a big, big deal.
I like to do little PSAs, man, about the importance of academics, right? All 3 of you young men are going to go on and play college basketball at the next level, but without academics, you couldn't have that opportunity. And trust me, I'm old. There's millions of stories of great players, you know, legendary players who didn't have the academic side and stopped them from achieving whatever greatness that they were going to achieve. I want you guys to tell me what is the work ethic, the focus that you have to have. And for you guys, man, you guys get up at 5 in the morning and go work out and then come back and get ready for school and just talk about the work ethic, the focus, the determination needed, not only to be a great player, but to take that same energy into the classroom and be what they call a student athlete. Just talk about that.
The focus is a lot. You got to sacrifice a lot when it comes to that. Being able to get up early in the morning to get a workout in, go home, go to school, and by the time you get back, it's probably about 6 o'clock. I mean, there's not much time between there when you got to get some sleep, get some rest, and get your work done. So you really got to manage your time. You got to make sacrifices. There's times where you can't go hang out with friends, go out to eat, stuff like that, or you just got to get your work done. Make sure you stay focused on the task in hand of finishing your work in school, because that always comes first. Grades always come first.
There's going to be a lot of young people looking up to you, Des, headed to the University of Davidson, the school of Steph Curry, you know what I mean? But Desmond, what would your message be to not only the young people, but to the parents who are going to see this and, you know, they might have some issues with their young player at home. What would your message be about the academic side that's needed to move on to the next level?
Academics is just as important as basketball. For me, at least, in my family, without the academics, there's no basketball. So if I was slacking off in school, I wouldn't be playing basketball. But with the academics part, like he said, it's just like, it's mental toughness. You got to be prepared and ready for anything. The sacrifices, not going to be able to see your friends, go out to eat, do certain things. Especially if you want to wake up early in the morning and then work out, you got to come home, do your work. You just got to sacrifice a lot, but it's just mental toughness. You just got to be prepared.
Like managing how you use your time. Like if you don't have enough time, you got to do your work, go hoop. You can't go out with friends if you don't finish both of those things. So I think for me, my mom has really instilled like a time management thing. If I don't have my work done, I can't go out and have fun until I finish my work. Go do my workouts and stuff. So I think that's the most important part, making sure you got all your time management down and making a plan really about what you need to do. So.
What's your favorite subject, Des?
I would have to say math. Math is my favorite subject. Straightforward. It's easy. It's not easy, but it's straightforward. You're always going to have a final answer. So that's why math is mine.
DJ?
Math too. Math. It's like you said, it's kind of straightforward. There's not a lot of, it gets confusing at times, but like numbers and like letters all together. But other than that, math, like I'm in pre-calc right now, honors pre-calc is different. But it's all good. It's all good.
Tasos.
I gotta say math as well. You know, it just comes easiest to me. So I mean, if it comes easiest to me, it makes it the best class to be in. It's not real too difficult, not too much thinking. So yeah, math.
I want to talk a little bit about your family, your friends, and who are some of the people that help you get to this point. Again, I want to mention that Des, you went to the University of Davidson. DJ committed to Liberty. Tasos still undecided. But we'll get into that in a little bit about who's been calling. Because I know you got a lot of phone calls after Saturday. And I know that. I know that's for sure too. But Des, man, talk to me about family, man, and what it means to you, how important mom is, dad is, and some of the sacrifices that they've made to put you in this position to further your career.
Family is everything. God and family. family just means everything to me. I mean, from my mom to my dad to my brother, they literally sacrificed everything, late nights, early mornings. Before I could drive, they was taking me early mornings. I know my dad more so than my mom, hands on the court. My dad, we done a lot. Workouts outside, shooting outside, working out, sweating, a lot of tears shed out there because it's a lot of, he gonna come at me 100. My mom has been out there too a lot. I mean, they just sacrifice everything. I gotta give it to them for real. And then friends, I keep my same tight net of friends. I don't really venture out like that. I just stay with my same people. Loyalty is everything for me. So they help me too. They really deserve everything too.
It's always a pleasure when I see your dad at the games, man. So and your mom as well. And I know that they believe, you know, in the utmost in your ability. So that's beautiful, man. Tasos, let's talk about family and what it means to you.
Family means everything to me. My mom and my dad, they've made sacrifices beyond measures. They do everything for me to make sure I'm always in the right position. I've got everything I need. They're the reason why I am who I am today. They made me the person. They built these characteristics in me. But I mean, they've been out there working out with me through nights, in the mornings, just making sure I'm getting better, getting what I need. They want me to succeed. That I want to succeed as much, or they want me to succeed as much as I want to succeed. They gonna be there for me through the whole ride and everything. And then friends, I also gotta include my brothers as well.
I was gonna say, you got to, hold on. I got to the game, we got to the game one Saturday, and I seen your brother sitting there. It was only him and the janitor, you know what I mean? It looked like he had been there since 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I said, I went over and introduced myself. I said, bro, you all right, man? He said, yeah, I'm good. I said, you sleep last night? He said, no, I didn't. He said, I want to play. You know what I mean? But yeah, he is, that was my first time, again, to meet him and introduce myself. But he is, like I said, he want to play with you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So definitely got to shout out Big Bro. Go ahead and finish with your friends, man. But I wanted to definitely tell that story. He was ready.
For sure, yeah. My brothers is always there for me. They always want me to succeed also. They always pushing me. They just so proud of me for what I've done in my season, and I'm just happy to have them there to support me. And I know my brother Ellis, he's in Florida. He's been trying to support me through internet, just watching me on games and stuff. But they do everything that they can to be there for me. And then my friends, like Dad said, I like to keep my circle tight, you know. I'm not really out here just talking to everybody. I'm just minding my business. I'm not a mean person or nothing. I'm a cool person. It's just, you know, I know what I want in life. I like to hang around the people that got the same goals as me. So, I mean, it's just going to motivate me and push me to do better in life. So, yeah.
Absolutely. DJ.
Right, all right. For my family, just everything to me. Without them, I wouldn't be in the position I am today. But it's God first. They always implement that into my life. Church every Sunday, we gotta be there. Praise God. But just family is everything to me. They support me. They've been there. Without them, it's just life wouldn't be the same. Just they've been there through every hard time, every tough time when I'm down about something. They've been there, pick me up. Been to the gym late nights, early mornings. They sacrificed everything for me, financially, time-wise, just pushing me to be the best player, best person I am today, or that I will be. So just everything that they do for me is really affecting me in the right way. So I think, and also my sisters, I have 3 sisters. One played college basketball, so she's always on me about something that I do in the game, watching film. My parents watch film with me too, so it's just like little things that they critique just are good for me, because it's just, I know that they love me, and I know that they're doing this out of love. So
2 of you have coaches that have been in this position, right? Tasos, your coach, state champion at Westerville North back in the day, and DJ, your coach, Mr. Weekly. I believe they played in a championship game and he like missed a shot to like tie it or win it.
something like that. He was in a position.
Yeah. So I want to talk about your coaches, and Des, you got a great coach as well, and what he's been able to, put around you and utilize your talents. And, again, we're in the state Final Four, so all 3 of these gentlemen, Mr. Murphy for the sales, have done a great job. But I just want to talk about what the coaches did once we hit the COVID. How did they keep the team galvanized? How did the workouts go? How was the communication? And how did they keep you guys focused on the task at hand, which was the season? There was a lot of talk early in the season, were we going to have a season? The season was canceled last year. What did your coaches do to, keep you guys focused on the game-by-game situation and the ultimate goal, which was, this weekend, Final Four?
So when COVID broke out, right when we were able to get back to doing workouts and doing team things, we got in the gym. So Coach Weekly we were straight in the gym that week. Right when it came out, that day, send the email out like, hey, this is our plan. So we had a bunch of conditioning, like workouts. We were only allowed to do things in pods, kind of. So he split up the pods immediately that day, and we got to it. And I think that really has helped, like, for this season, because we got started early, just like we did this season when everybody was like didn't really pick up games. We were playing, so it was like we got all 22 games in before the tournament. So I think that has really helped us like get to where we are today and be able to be the team that we are today, because we've been getting after it.
Absolutely.
So and I think everybody, the whole team had that energy, like, yeah, we want this bad. So it's just that mentality we've been taking towards the end of the season has been really good for us.
Tasos?
Before we even were able to get back in the gym, my coach had us on Zoom calls. He had us all in group messages, just making sure he stayed strong with his communication with us and make sure that we were all still talking to each other. We weren't breaking apart or nothing. We were staying tight so we could get ready for the season. But obviously we weren't able to get into the gym, get to the school to do any types of workouts together. So we had our strength training coach, was also one of our assistant coaches, Coach Shawver. He would set up a workout for us on this app called Platform, and then we'd all make sure we did it, and we'd all have to take a video and send in the coach of us doing the workout. So they made sure that we were doing. They wanted to make sure that we were staying in shape and that we were all motivated to get ready for the season. And then once we were able to get back in the gym, like DJ said, they had us in pods. Throughout those pods, we had to stay spaced, of course. We had to get our workout done, mainly by ourselves, but with them showing us what to do, giving us drills. And I mean, as COVID went on, things started to get better. We started to be able to work out together, and then, that led up to now.
Des, Coach Murphy, man. How has he guided you guys through this terrain?
I'll start off with off season. We might have like one of the craziest off season workouts that I know of or heard of. We had it 3 to 4 times a week, running 2 to 3 miles timed. If we don't make the time, we run an extra. And then right after that, it's a hard lift for a good 30, 40 minutes. And then you got a good 10, 15 minutes of abs. Then you go home. So off season, he definitely had us there ready. And then I think in June, when we were allowed to get back in the gym, we were at it. Literally, as soon as they said we could, we was at it for 2-3 months straight, just going hard, getting us prepared for where we at right now.
Tasos, I want to kind of focus on you for a moment, man, because these other two gentlemen have made their decision where they want to spend, the next couple of years. For you, I want to talk about what it's been like after Saturday, because they rushed us out to interview because some people wanted to talk to you, which I was cool with. And I want to ask you, man, do you think that you've been underrated as a player over the last couple of years? Because before you answer, and as a sophomore probably, I thought not seeing you a lot and not necessarily knowing your game. I thought the most interesting part about you was your name. Tasos Cook, never heard Tasos before, that was unique. So I was hoping that your game would match your name, you know what I mean? So, and it has. We've seen the development. Do you feel you're underrated?
I know since my sophomore year, I've improved a lot. I've improved in all aspects of my game. Again, credit to my trainer, my dad, and my coaching staff. But I would say there are times where I definitely am overlooked. I'm gonna, of course, stay humble about myself, and I don't care what any of the outside noise is. I'm gonna keep working, and I'm gonna do what I can to get where I want to be. I know what goals I have in life, and all the outside noise isn't gonna affect me or get in my way of doing that. But there have been times where I feel I was overlooked. So I mean, that just kind of motivated me to do better and keep working and improve my game so I can show people that I do belong. Recruiting wise, I do have 5 offers from Walsh, Notre Dame College, Tiffin, Slippery Rock University, and Gannett University. There have been other schools calling me, like South Carolina Upstate, University of Indianapolis, Lincoln Memorial was talking to me. I have some other schools like Duquesne and I said South Carolina Upstate. And then VMI stays in contact with me. There's some other schools in there too. But yeah, so my recruiting has picked up in the past few months. Of course, I'm staying patient with my options, still want to talk it over with my family, make sure they are okay with my decision, and then we'll see what happens by the end of the season.
And Dez, man, Davidson, a great choice for you. Just talk about, how you came to the decision and feel good about it.
Davidson just, since they started talking with me, it just always felt like home. It's just a different, you can just tell when something is different. Everything, all the communication, consistent communication on a weekly basis, talking about not even just basketball, how I'm doing outside of basketball. They were the only school to ever mention that they could get me to the NBA. So that really hit me in my head. I was like, oh wow, like they said they can do it, and I know I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to get there. So it's just their consistency was insane, and that's what did it for me.
The coaching staff is amazing. Just every conversation I've had with them is super uplifting, and it really goes to my faith too. Like every conversation we have automatically goes back to Christ. So I think that really influenced my decision. Plus, Coach McKay, he was the first coach to ever told me straight up, like, this is my weakness. Like you have to work on this. Like the first call that we had, like that was what he said. Like if you want to be a great player and do what you want to do basketball wise, like you have to work on this. And I think that hit me hard because no other coaches recruiting you is going to be like, hey, this is what you have to work on because it turns some players off. But for me, I want to do what I can to be the best player I can. So I think when he said that, I was like, yeah.
Great choice, and again, a great player. Again, DJ Moore, Worthington Christian, Tasos is going to have that decision, and a lot of schools may sleep, but one thing that you can always do is keep working, and the opportunity at the next level, wherever that is, you'll get a chance to prove yourself, and you'll be more than worth it, I'm sure. And Dez, man, sky's the limit. You know what I mean? We talked before, and I believe I saw you the first time we did the live game, and I said, hey, this guy's top 5, regardless of class. Dez Watson. I remember people saying, the rebounding guy? I'm like, yeah, him. He's hitting threes and dunking on fools. You know what I mean? Like, this is real. Division III, Final Four at UD Arena, Worthington Christian versus Cincinnati Tap. That's Friday at 5 p.m. Division II, St. Francis de Sales versus Dayton Chaminade Julian. That's Saturday at 11 a.m. And in the Division I, Final Four, Westerville Central will take on Cleveland St. Ignatius Saturday at 8 p.m. And the finals will all be Sunday. Division III will be 2 p.m. Division III will be 2 p.m. Division II will be 5:15 p.m. and Division I 8 p.m. So, gentlemen, I want to thank you all, man, for joining me. This was special, you know what I mean? I got a chance to see all of you play. You've all been spectacular, stand-up young men, student athletes, and I'm just appreciative for the opportunity. Let's go get some rings,
Sir.
Let's get some rings.
Yes, sir.
The Sales, Westerville Central, Worthington Christian, all headed to the Final Four here from Central Ohio. I am Derek Owens Jr. This is the Central Ohio High School Showcase. It's been a pleasure. Be good. We out.